All right, third graders, in this video, I'm going to be reminding you of a lot of what we did with division this year. It's not going to be everything, but it's going to be some of those big concepts. So the first thing we needed to do is recognize what is division, okay? Because now we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and now division. So we have to know when to use it. We have to recognize it. So division is when we're separating a big group of things into smaller equal groups. So it's actually the inverse of multiplication. Multiplication was joining equal groups. Division is separating them. All right, so here's an example of that. We could say that there were 14 gummy bears. Now, this is where division gets tricky. This 7 can have two meanings. It might mean put the 14 gummy bears into 7 groups, maybe 7 people or 7 bags or 7 plates. Or it could mean put the 14 gummy bears into groups of 7. So 7 here, 7 there. So it really matters that you're paying attention to what it's asking you to do with the gummy bears or with whatever the situation is. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in 2 different ways. So I've a pile of 14 gummy bears. If I'm doing 7 groups, then I'm going to draw 7 groups, and I'm going to put the 14 gummy bears in the 7 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I stopped at 14 because I only had 14 gummy bears. So this tells me that I can make 7 groups of 2. All right, now look at it differently. There's 14 gummy bears, and I want to put them into groups of 7. That means I go like this. There's one group of 7, but I still have gummy bears. Let me try another one. Oh, 7 and 7 is 14. I could take 14 gummy bears and put them into groups of 7 2 times. Same numbers, but different situations. This is 2 big groups. This is 7 tiny groups. See the difference? You can also do that with an array. This is why I love equal groups and arrays so much, is because I can be very flexible with them. So let's say here's my 14 gummy bears, and I'm going to put them into 7 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 groups of 1. So let me do 7 groups of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 gummy bears into 7 groups of 2, right? Or it could look like this. 7 gummy bears into groups of 7. There's one group of 7. 2 groups of 7. 7 and 7 is 14. So 14 gummy bears into groups of 7 2 times. They aren't the same things, okay? So you really want to think about what's happening so that you can show it in a matching way. Now, the number line and repeated subtraction do not show as much flexibility. But they're still great strategies. So here I'm starting with 14 gummy bears, and I am taking 7 and giving them to someone. So I have 7 left. And then I take another 7, and now they're all gone. So 2 people got 7 gummy bears. 2 people got 7 gummy bears. Or 14 gummy bears. I took away 7, there's 7 left. Took away another 7, there's none left. 2 people got 7 gummy bears. It doesn't work as well if you're doing the groups of, because you don't know how much to make your hops, or you don't know how much to subtract. So, all right, so after we worked really hard on just remembering what is division and what are the different ways we can show it, then we moved on to the idea that just like in multiplication and addition and subtraction, the unknown can move around, same thing in division. A lot of times you're going to see that unknown quotient, but sometimes you might see an unknown divisor or even a dividend, all right? So I'm going to show you how you might work through this. So let's go back to that gummy bear question. 28 gummy bears this time. Now, because this number can mean different things, I can solve this in different ways. So maybe I have 28 gummy bears, and I'm putting them into groups of 4. So I could do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 4. Or maybe it's 28 gummy bears going into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to put them in the 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I should get that same number. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is again. But this time it was 28 gummy bears into groups of 7 4 times. So it depends on the story. But if you just have an equation, you can choose whichever one you want. All right, now here, let me just move this. Here, this is asking a very complicated question. Okay, so a lot of times I'll see people do this. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. Because that is true, but that's not what this is asking. If you think about division, starting with 14 gummy bears, starting with 28 gummy bears, how many gummy bears did I start with and put them into 6 groups of 6? So, 6 groups of 6. The question's asking how many did I start with? Well, for me to figure out my starting, let me just put them all back to the start. 6 and 6 is 12, another 6 is 18, another 6 is 24, another 6 is 30, and the last 6 is 36. So this is really also relying on some multiplication. You're putting the groups back together. So that's why multiplication and division work so well together. All right, so keep this in mind. Really important, division is separating into equal groups. These are the different ways you can show it. And these are the thoughts you need to have when that unknown is moving around. Especially, I see a lot of trickiness with that one. All right, so show me what you know.